The stage play that hides a secret. On October 10th, actress Tian Hairong posted a statement pretending to feud with the red-haired old man Cheng Qingsong. Soon after, Cheng also made a post on Weibo. But Cheng Qingsong slipped up. In his post, he inadvertently revealed that Yu Menglong fell from a building in the early hours of the 11th September. However, neither Yu Menglong's studio nor the Chaoyang police in Beijing ever mentioned the time of his fall. So, how did Cheng know that Yu Menglong fell in the early morning? The more they tried to explain, the more clues they exposed. From their reactions and statements, two things became clear. 1. On September 10th, Tian Hairong and Cheng Qingsong did meet in person. 2. The meeting took place at the Vulgari Hotel. But why did they meet? And what did the Vulgari Hotel have to do with Yu Menglong's death? Online netizens dug deeper and uncovered even more leads. The Bulgari Hotel, designed by renowned Japanese architect Tadao Ando, is connected to the Qihao Art Museum. According to online descriptions, the museum sits on one side of the Liangma River, but its main entrance is on the opposite bank, linked to the Bulgari Hotel by a long corridor. Netizens began to ask, why does this art museum have an underground passage connecting it to the Bulgari Hotel? What is the real relationship between them? In addition, the Qihao Art Museum has 3 floors above ground and 4 below, yet the basement levels have never been opened to the public. This sparked widespread curiosity. What are these underground floors used for? Why build 4 massive basement levels at all? People's attention turned to the museum because Yu Menglong once said during a live stream, "Death can also be very artistic." There's no surviving video of that live stream, but the text version still circulates online. A hidden acrostic poem, ending with that line. If Yu Menglong already knew his fate, could this line have been a hint? British psychic Ty Williams also revealed that the clues lie in Yu Menglong's live streams. So what did he mean by artistic? And what kind of art are we really talking about here? The 798 Art Museum. Take a look at this video. It was filmed on a rainy night, before September 10th, meaning before Yu Menglong's death. When lightning flashes, a faint reflection appears on the window. One netizen uploaded a clearer version and asked an AI what building it was. The AI replied, 798 Cube Art Museum, located at 4 Juxianchao Road, Chaoyang District, Beijing, within the 798 Art Center. According to public schedules, Yu Menglong was supposed to hold his solo photography exhibition at 798 Cube from September 6 to 11. On June 6, he even checked in there for photos to promote the event. But after his death, the exhibition was cancelled and the check-in photos were deleted. Based on these clues, netizens speculated that Yu Menglong was first detained at 798 Cube, then at the Bulgari Hotel, followed by the office building opposite 798, the Jiangsu Zgexian Network Technology Company inside Jiame Fashion Center, where a peephole, cat's eye video was filmed. And finally, Sunshine Shandong residence, where Yu Menglong was allegedly pushed to his death. Think about it. Tian Hairong and Cheng Qingsong pretended to feud online, but both left plenty of holes in their stories. Could they really be that foolish? Or was it deliberate? On September 6, a collage of 9 photos appeared in the 798 discussion section of the Gaude Maps community. Netizens noticed bones, clothes, and shoes that looked identical to those of Chao Renliang, especially the skull. Another exhibit featured thousands of red strings, resembling blood vessels, connecting around 600 pairs of old shoes, one pair exactly like the ones Chao Renliang once wore. Some of the displayed models even appeared to be his real body. Back in the day, Chao's body at his funeral was rumored to be a 3D printed replica, with his actual remains missing from the memorial. So where did they go? Netizens pointed out that Tian Hairong's husband, Xu Ming, runs a company that produces plasticized human specimens. At this point, the motive behind Tian Hairong and Cheng Qingsong's drama becomes clearer, to divert attention away from 798 Cube. Xu Ming, in fact, was known as a white glove for Bo Xulai's family. In August 1994, he founded Dalian Scheid Plastic Industry Company, importing 12 production lines from a German firm. In 1999, when Jiang Zemin launched the persecution of Falun Gong, Bo Xulai became one of the leading enforcers. Soon after, Dalian became home to the world's largest body plasticization company, Von Hagen's Plastination, also known as the Dalian Bioplastination Company. Von Hagen's claimed to operate a global network collecting, processing, and exhibiting human corpses, earning billions of dollars, though visitors often describe the exhibits as sickening and horrifying. He said the bodies came from Dalian authorities, but witnesses testified that most were from Falun Gong practitioners and a few other victims. One specimen was a pregnant woman 8 months along. Insiders alleged she was Zhang Weiji, a lover of Bo Xilai, murdered by Gu Kailai, Bo Guoguo's mother, out of jealousy. I've covered this in detail in my video on Bo Xilai. You can find it in the end screen. Returning to 798 Cube, visitors to the 798 Art Center have photographed displays filled with a sense of death. Dark, oppressive, and macabre. The exhibition by Japanese artist Chiharu Shioda featured a space filled with blood-red threads, creating a disturbing atmosphere. Another area displayed hundreds of old shoes, each tied by a red string, evoking unease. One section showed 2 severed arms placed on the floor, while another featured a dog's head with human-like eyes. There was even a work called Second Skin, said to be by a graduate of the Central Academy of Fine Arts. Many viewers found it too realistic, speculating it might not be synthetic at all. Some observers noted that these exhibits resembled occult rituals, similar to southwestern Chinese witchcraft or Thai black magic, which used personal belongings like shoes, clothes, nails, or hair in ceremonies. The red threads symbolized binding of the soul. According to netizens, before being murdered, Yu Menglong was taken to 798 to witness these terrifying exhibitions as a form of intimidation. Later, they used the photography exhibition as bait, luring him to a specific location between September 3rd and 10th, where they ultimately killed him. Some even believe that the bodies of Yu Menglong and Chao Renliang were plasticized and turned into exhibits at 798. It was also discovered that the curator of the 798 Art Center, Shi Tao, is the husband of Ji Guangguang, and both live in the Sunshine Shandong complex, connecting yet another link in the chain. Look at the exterior of 798 Cube. Doesn't it resemble a warehouse? A British psychic claimed that Yu Menglong had warned of an underground facility or secret club where brutal acts were carried out on victims. Could that facility be beneath the Qihao Museum or the 798 Center where the basements remain sealed? The 798 Museum, the Vulgari Hotel, and the Sunshine Shang complex are all located close to one another. These 3 sites may well form the core crime triangle. If the truth were ever fully exposed, the crimes of the Chinese Communist Party would be laid bare, and Tian Hairong's life could be in grave danger. That's why Tian Hairong and Cheng Qingsong staged their fierce feud to distract the public and steer attention away from 798 Cube. Another suspect exposed. Remember the collage of 9 photos from the 798 Art Museum I mentioned earlier? The person who posted that image was none other than Wu Niutao, a rising young singer. According to netizens, Wu Niutao was recently signed by Warner Music, has been receiving a string of promising opportunities, and even appeared in the Mid-Autumn Festival Gala. One user pointed out something interesting. He looks a lot like the man walking ahead of Song Yiren in the Peephole video. Same student-like posture, bangs covering his forehead, and the silhouette of a young man. You can compare Wu Niutao's appearance with the shadowy figure in the Peephole video and judge for yourself. If Wu Niutao really is that person, it suggests that Yu Menglong had been under control for quite some time. A Douyin video, reportedly filmed on July 16th, shows Yu Menglong walking with a young man wearing a black mask, short-sleeved shirt, and bangs over his forehead, matching Wu Niutao's description perfectly. Sources say Yu Menglong met Wu Niutao when he was 19. On September 25th last year, Wu Niutao posted multiple Weibo photos from a trip to Universal Studios Beijing. On that very same day, Yu Menglong also shared photos from Universal Studios on his own Weibo. The lighting and background in both sets of photos were strikingly similar, strongly implying that the two visited together and had a close relationship. Wu Niutao is signed to Famai Juju Culture Media, a company based in Wuqing District, Tianjin. One of its major shareholders is Zhou Yuzhe, stage name Zhou Pin, a songwriter and composer who previously wrote music and lyrics for Menglong. Interestingly, Menglong's manager, Du Qiang, also works under the same company. Rumor has it that Zhou Pin is both the manager and romantic partner of Wu Yutao. Among the 17 individuals linked to the Menglong case, there was mention of an executive from an advertising company with the surname Zhou. At the time, no one knew who that was, but now it seems likely to be Zhou Pin, who also resides in the Sunshine Shandong complex. Another coincidence. On June 6, Menglong posted on Xiaohongshu, sharing check-in photos from the 798 Art Museum. Then, on September 6, the opening day of the exhibition, Wu Yutao also checked in on the Gaude Maps app, promoting the 798 Art Center and writing that it was easy to park and tickets were cheap. With all these overlapping details, it's hard not to wonder, could the young man with bangs in the peephole video really be Wu Yutao? By now, it seems everyone already knows the answer. Retribution begins. The Chinese authorities are now carrying out a massive panic-driven censorship campaign. Every post related to the case has been wiped out, and countless accounts that shared information have been suspended or banned. To bypass censorship, netizens began using the image of a fish, a code referring to you as a secret signal. However, once the authorities caught on, the result was almost absurd. Live streams selling actual fish by innocent citizens were also shut down without reason. Both sellers and viewers were outraged, flooding the Cyberspace Administration of China, with criticism. The censorship quickly escalated to ridiculous extremes. Not only were homophones like lemon, which sounds like meng, and umbrella, yusen, which sounds like you, banned, but even classic literary works, including And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, Journey to the West, Dream of the Red Chamber, and Water Margin, were blacklisted. An internal source from the CIC revealed that higher-ups are in total disarray, following a secret directive. Better to silence 1,000 by mistake than let one slip through. This extreme censorship has been seen by many as a silent confession. As one netizen put it, if the spoiled second-generation elites and heartless celebrities hadn't conspired to kill Menglong, would they really be this terrified? Now, countless Chinese netizens, especially those inside the mainland, are speaking out across every platform. On Bilibili, floods of viewers are watching Menglong's old videos and commenting, "Open an investigation, reveal the truth." These voices have become so overwhelming that the guilty are starting to tremble. The government tries to erase the evidence, but fans keep uploading short clips about Menglong using a human wave tactic. There are simply too many to delete. And what about the suspects? It seems they've lost their smiles. After Menglong's death, netizens exposed the real address and phone number of Song Yiren, and her family began receiving funeral wreaths at home, forcing them to stay away. Her new film was boycotted and pulled from all platforms within 48 hours. Recently, Fan Shiqi appeared in the new drama Promise Me You'll Shine. Netizens immediately lashed out. "Just seeing Fan Shiqi makes my blood boil. Stop giving him publicity." On October 9th, Fan Shiqi's studio announced that his upcoming concert in Chengdu, scheduled for October 18, had to be cancelled for health reasons. Netizens mocked him. "Perfect. Don't ever come back. Let's applaud the 50 fans who actually bought tickets. Boycott the murderer F." Brands endorsed by Fan Shiqi, such as Luckin Coffee and Chow Tai Fook, also began terminating contracts with him. One person asked Chow Tai Fook, "Why would you choose a murderer as your spokesperson?" The company quickly replied, "We currently have no spokesperson." Meanwhile, the film Fire, produced by and starring Tian Hairom, set to release on October 16th, is facing a catastrophic backlash. Netizens flooded Dubon with negative ratings even before its premiere, leading to widespread boycotts. Pre-sale box office revenue barely reached 10,000 yuan, and its screening rate continues to plummet. At this pace, it risks being pulled entirely. The comment section on the movie's official blog is now filled with scathing remarks, most directed at Tian Hairom herself. Clearly, no matter how much money the suspects spend to silence others, or how ruthless their methods to threaten those who speak up, the truth keeps surfacing. Please, stay strong, and sign the Avaz petition demanding justice for Menglong. Let's hope that good-hearted Chinese citizens will never again have to endure such cruelty. And for those who still believe in or belong to the Chinese Communist Party, the safest choice is to withdraw from the party, the Youth League, and the Young Pioneers.